If you're new to my channel, welcome, and please consider hitting the red subscribe button. And if you're not new, then thank you for the continued support. Today I'm sitting in front of my window and it's a beautiful day outside. I can see my pool covered in water and leaves, gross. But I can also hear the birds chirping because I have the window open. And today I have my little prayer journal, but tucked behind here is a list of video ideas I want to make. So I'm just going to go through the list and see what video I want to film today. I'm in the middle of filming one now. So the one I'm going to film today is my dream accessible house wish list. Now, if you don't know, I'm currently 22 and I live at home with my parents in a ranch style home. And this home was originally a foreclosure that they bought when I was two years old, I want to say, because my siblings have memories of our other house, which is like a block away from here. I think it's a colonial, or like one of those houses where you have stairs, but this is a ranch style house, where you have no stairs except for the basement. So this house has been great. It's an open floor plan. There's no stairs. We have a great ramp. We have a ramp to the pool that we put in when I was about 14. We have a big backyard for the dogs. I have 2 dogs as pets and then 1 as a service dog in training, my golden doodle Hope. You see her in all of my videos and you might hear them running around in the background. But if I was on one of those HGTV home improvement shows like Fixer Upper with Chip and Joanna Gaines, or Love It or List It with Valerie and David, or, you know, Property Brothers or anything like that, where they would say, what do you want in your house? Like, what can we do to make it better? Like, all this stuff. I think I would only have a couple of things that I would change. One is I would love a bigger bedroom. I am, both of my siblings are married or engaged. I'm the youngest one, so I basically have lived in every room except the master bedroom, which is my parents' room. Hold, wait 1 second, I'm almost done. She wants to go out, but she's going to need to wait. I've lived in every room except my parents' room. Hold on, I've lived in every room except my parents' bedroom, which is the master bedroom. And so I think that I would have a bigger bedroom, only because I have a power chair, as you can see, and I have a lot of equipment like a walker, a manual wheelchair, and different things like that. So I would need room for all those things, and instead of taking over the living room, I would love to just have a space in my room where I can line up all of my equipment like a parking lot and then just have that be my space. Or if they wanted to make a little closet for me and put all my equipment in that closet, that would be great too. I don't know, just a bigger bedroom sort of thing. And then definitely a different bathroom. Because as you can see from my friend Cassidy's videos here on YouTube, my best friend, she has the most amazing bathroom ever, and I'm so envious of her bathroom because she has both a shower and a bathtub. Now, for me, you guys have seen my bathroom a bunch too, and I only have a roll-in shower, which basically I think is just a tub with a little bit of a lip, because if you had 0 lip, then you'd have flood all over the bathroom. So I step into the shower and I can take a shower. We got that when I was about 14 or 15, I think. Actually, it'll be almost time for a new one because it's starting to get a little old and not working great and all that stuff, but it is what it is. So I would just redo my entire bathroom, and I would make it big enough to where I could put a bathtub and a shower, like an accessible shower, into the bathroom. And I think I would keep the toilet, like I wouldn't go too crazy, but I would definitely redo and have like a double shower kind of thing, a big bathroom thing. Only because I have gotten way sorer muscles as I've gotten older, from like the neuromuscular pain of having cerebral palsy. And I've read a lot about Epsom salt and different salt baths and stuff. And we don't have a bathtub in this house at all, even in the other bathroom that's right over here. My parents' bathroom, it's just a shower stall, and then you come in and there's a sink, and that's it. So we have zero bathtub, and even if we did have a bathtub, it would be hard for me to use, but I would use it so I can take a bath and relax my muscles and whatever. And even sometimes you hear athletes going in the ice bath. My brother is an athletic trainer for university, and he does ice baths quite often for his athletes. So I would love just a bathtub, not only for me, but for Hope. I would love to be able to bathe her at home and save that money instead of having her go to the groomer and getting cut and bathed. I'd rather her just get cut, you know what I mean? So I could save money in that way too. And then I would redo my front porch. I would make like an actual sitting porch, because I love the idea of sitting out on the porch and like watching the dogs run around, or even like waiting for the mail lady in the afternoon and seeing what packages I'm getting, or things like that, or like having a glass of tea on the front porch and reading a book, or watching a YouTube video or something like that. My mom has wanted a wraparound porch for years, and I think we could do it if we make the ramp a little bit longer and wider. So those are basically the three things that I would do. Also, I'd probably make like a workout room, because the treadmill that I want to use for training Hope is downstairs, and the downstairs is finished. It's finished basement. I don't think I've ever gotten it on video. I think in the 4 years that I've vlogged, I don't think I've gotten the basement down. I don't think I've gotten the basement vlogged at all, which I probably should, because it's a pretty cool basement, but it's not very accessible to me. I don't really go down there all that often. So I would just like to have like a home office / treadmill area / workout room too, to accommodate me and not having to go downstairs at all. Not saying that I can't do the stairs. I can, and I do the stairs to go into people's houses most times, but it's very difficult on my body, and I need help to do that. And I want to be in my home. I want to be as independent as possible, because when I go out into public and the outside world, it's not always like a sanctuary for me. You know what I mean? So when I come home, I want it to be like my sanctuary, my happy place, my place that I don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to fit through the door with my chair? Or, oh, is there a step to get into that place? You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people's opinions differ on that, and I don't really understand why. I think the world, yes, it should be accommodating in some places. It should have to follow the ADA law. And if you guys don't know the ADA law for accessibility, I'll try to link it down below. It's different for service dogs, it's different for accessibility, and it's different for students on a college campus. So I'll link all three of those. They're like articles and chapters. I'll link them all down below, because I think it's very important to know your rights, because I've had instances where when I was at school, in high school and college, the accommodations were not to the letter of the ADA, and I actually complained in high school, and my family and I basically got the ball rolling on an $81 million renovation for the school. And if you Google my name, Emily Botnick, the article will pop up. But basically, I'll just give you a little backstory since this is about accessibility. I was in my senior year of high school. It was like January, and someone had saw me struggling to open one of those heavy doors that you just put like they're in schools a lot where they have the bar where you just push and it opens and you push this way. And I didn't have this chair at the time, and I didn't even have my purple chair at the time. I had this red chair that I loved, and I was so sad to give it up, but like normally wheelchairs have a shelf life of like 7 years, and I had that. I got the new chair when the summer after I graduated high school. Anyway, so basically, someone had saw me struggling to open the door to leave the building to go home that day, and they were like, "You do that all the time, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just used to pushing it with my feet and wheeling through." And they're like, "There should be buttons for you." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then doing a little more research into it, I found out that the average handicap button pusher thing that you see, they're called automatic doors, that you see at doctor's offices, you see at the town halls, you see at banks, and other public places, are normally $2,500 to put in. Actually, what's funny is I was having an argument a couple months ago with a former classmate of mine who did not see my point about how there not being handicap buttons on their college campus made it extremely difficult for me to be able to visit a family member of mine who was in college there. And I'm not going to give any names because I don't do that. I don't give them the recognition that they want. And I basically told her, I said, I can get one to train my service dog online. I can get just like a plastic one or the metal one even for like $100 online to train Hope how to push open push button doors, which is something I will be doing because I'm one of those people that when people argue with me, I love to prove them right instead of wrong. Like I love to say, hey, you thought that I couldn't do this, but in reality I can. And I know this has nothing to do with houses and whatever, but it really is important to me. And they were saying, well, now you can totally get around campus because the buttons are fixed. And I was like, okay, you fix them after I had said something to you, not during. So you're really not in compliance with the law because basically anything for independence or ADA, I'm pretty sure, should be in compliance 24/7. And what I had said to her is, I said, listen, asking for help 24/7 is not fun. It's not something that I like to do because I want to be like the average 22-year-old that can go out with her friends or, go to Starbucks and get her own coffee, you know what I mean? Or tea, you know what I mean? Like, I want to do those things. And just recently I put up a video about getting a handicapped van for the first time, renting it, and it was a great weekend. And, I'm getting older and things are happening in my life and it's changing and we're in like a transition period. But anyway, to sum up that argument, I said that I can train my dog to open those and get one online. So why shouldn't they be fixed on a college campus? And she was like, oh, take my word for it. You can totally get around campus with your service animal. I think service animals are great, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, no, you're totally missing the point. So back to my home being my sanctuary, my opinion is that my home should be completely, I think I would redo the kitchen to make the counters a little lower and the cabinets a little lower so I could cook in my own kitchen. That was something I forgot. But if I have like a partner or a significant other who can help me cook, then that would be fine too. But that was the other thing. So the bedroom, the bathroom, the porch, and lowering of the kitchen. So anyway, back to my point. My opinion, I think my home should be a sanctuary for me, and it should be a place that I feel comfortable, safe. Not that I'm saying that I don't feel safe now, but in the future, I'm saying that I should be comfortable, safe, and able to be independent and not have to ask people for help 24/7. And I should be able to do all those things so that when I go out into the world and it's not 100% everything the way I want it, I don't have to fight and argue so much because I can just go to the grocery store, get the ingredients that I need, and come back home and cook a nice meal. Or I can go to a clothing store and get clothes and come home and try them on in my accessible bathroom versus the marginally accessible dressing room that there is. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion, and that's what I would do to my house if I was ever on one of those HGTV shows, or if I ever won the lottery, Aside from starting a foundation, I would love to redo my house and my friends' houses and anyone who needs it, because home improvements, especially when you have a disability, are not easy, they're not cheap, and they're not fun. So, yeah. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.